We're live?
You're live. Hey.
You're live. How you
Let me
doing?
move this over just a little bit to get you in there.
Same. Like, I was just like...
Tilt yours down just a little bit.
So much work. Well, I still need to get you in there. I think you can put yours on top of mine and it won't make a difference.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. Wait. Not that much on top of mine is not what I was saying. If you, like, scoot back, yeah.
That works.
That's fine. How do you know?
Hi, there's one person on mine.
Yeah,
I don't know what's on yours.
I don't know. We're gonna have to just start anyway because it'll.
We are going to start. We're not starting yet. What's time? Let me see what's
10:45.
We're going to start in 1 minute.
So, yeah, one.
Let your people know that we are starting in 1 minute. Some water. Hi, Mom. My mom is loyal with the Rebel Gang. You really eating a whole Slim Jim? I just like to talk about you eating Slim Jim. I dropped the chip.
Hey, can I ask you both a question for a project I'm working on? Who's that?
Sure. I don't know.
No. Okay. Ask away. I'm about to sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Oh, I hurt my chest. I felt that in my chest.
I'm sorry.
I feel like lives are kind of dangerous. She asked a question. All right. Can we start now? Is it 10:45 yet?
We will answer your question. Okay. Would you rather feel all your insecurities at once for the rest of your life or never feel remorse for something you've done? I didn't see the question. I'm reading it too slow.
This is first. Hey, my life is too. Hey, girl. We about to do a Q&A. Somebody just asked us a question.
Would you rather feel all your insecurities at once for the rest of your life or never feel remorse for something you've done wrong?
I feel like it's not making me a bad person, but I'm going to go with the second one.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I don't want to be feeling like that for the rest of my life. I really don't. That makes me sound bad, but I really don't want to feel like that for the rest of my life.
This is my life? I'm going to be unhappy forever.
No. Okay, so we have classic YouTube thing.
Right. And this.
Right,
this. Like, we're about to do this. Oh, she said, love y'all hair.
Oh, thank you. You naturalistas over here.
You're so white. We appreciate you. So we're about to do this Q&A. We already have a bunch of questions.
Before we get started, people watching on my channel, if you are not subscribed to Cherishing Flo, make sure you subscribe to her. And people on Cherishing Flo's channel, if you're not subscribed to me, I am Eccentric Rebel. Subscribe to my channel. We have a list of questions here that we are going to answer. People have been asking us questions over the past couple days, and we are going to answer those questions live for you guys right now.
Like, I asked when we're going live, and I'm like, right now. Like now. Like, get on right now. So, we're about to get right into these questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first question is, what made you start vlogging? I guess you want to answer that one first?
I mean, what made me start vlogging? I don't know. I honestly, I wanted to start a YouTube channel forever. I answered this on one of my other lives, or like in one of my other Q&As. But I've always wanted to be on YouTube. I don't really know. Vlogging wasn't really my first thought, and I really don't vlog that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't vlog that much either.
I don't know if they meant just a YouTube channel or like vlogging specifically, because vlogging specifically, I don't do that. I did it because, like, if I needed content, that was just a way to get it.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much.
Or, like, for me, if I'm doing something interesting, or if I think it might be interesting, then...
Subscribe.
Thank you.
You're the world MVP. I love you.
If I think I'm going to be doing something interesting, then I'll vlog. But vlogging, I I have a vlog that I kind of recorded that I am gonna post within the next few days or
She's a
so.
terrible
But
vlogger.
I am a terrible vlogger, and that will show in the
Yeah.
vlog. Like it is
She's an
horrible.
awful vlogger.
Like it's trash.
She don't ever remember to keep the camera rolling or
Right.
whatever.
I never remember to keep recording, so it's a bad. It's bad.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
What's your inspiration,
In life,
or for like?
I think it's in life because we scratched out the other one that said in life.
Okay, my inspiration for me um has a lot to do with family. Um, my dad actually is one of my number one inspirations. My dad went to college as an adult and became a pastor. And then after he became a pastor, he went to college again and got his master's degree. And now he's thinking about going for his PhD. Like, my dad is my number one inspiration, and I'm actually just trying to catch up to him in life. So, number one inspiration is my dad. And then I have other inspirations like YouTube inspirations. A lot of YouTubers really inspire me. Um, Dear and Ken are inspirations. Liza Koshy, people like that. They're like,
Person Liza Koshy.
yeah, they're inspirations. Queen Naja. I don't know if
If y'all know who that is.
you guys know who that is. Queen has gone through a lot in her life, and she is a real inspiration to just keep pushing on with whatever you want to do in life. Damo Wilson, definitely. Um, yeah, I don't know about you.
For me, like my biggest inspiration is my mom. She went back to school as an adult also, and she's still trying to go to school and continue even further. And she did that while raising three children by herself. And if I'm being honest, I was not the easiest child to raise. I was a very difficult child. And so she's my biggest inspiration because she did all that and she took a lot of people talking about her, bashing her with such grace and without ever coming out of character. And I just find that absolutely phenomenal because I'm not, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it myself. She's so classy. But also, I think she's probably my number one inspiration because I want to take care of her. Like my biggest goal is to just like get rich and take care of my mother. My mom is amazing. That you right. She's amazing. My mom is fantastic. She is amazing, wonderful, beautiful, phenomenal woman. And other inspirations I would have to say is the rest of like my family also, like my younger sisters. I want to take care of them as well. I've always kind of been protective and kind of take care of them mentality, and so I just continue with that. And I, because of them, and I see what they go through in their lives, and it just inspires me to move forward. YouTube inspiration. Wow. Okay, so there's Amy Landino, who is a girl boss on YouTube, who is like everything. Like I just love her. She's like one of my favorites. She's like a self development uh, YouTuber, kind of like me. She's just a lot more good at it than I am. And there's Erin Henry, another girl boss that inspires me. Dear and Ken are ones for me, and so is Queen Naija and Doma Wilson, definitely, definitely, definitely. Kaylin and Kyra, those are two inspirations for me. And but my inspiration for life would have to be my family. I just aspire to, and all of the people who support me. I aspire to inspire as many people as possible. So that's really what I do this for. Like I want to work really, really hard to show people that you can make it and you can be a bomb influential person without bending your morals at the same time. So I let people watch my journey. And that's pretty much that's one of my biggest inspirations right there. Somebody asked a question while we were talking.
Oh,
I'm trying to go back to it. Like how do I get okay.
just scroll.
What are your most ticklish spots? All
uh,
right. My most ticklish spot.
I would have to say like here, like my sides.
I think my underarms and
My
my
feet
feet.
are really
Like I
ticklish,
say my
but if you
feet.
tickle me on my feet, you're gonna get kicked in the face.
Yeah, exactly. That's not even gonna last long. So I'm gonna kick you right in
Right,
your
like
nose.
I don't play about that.
Okay. So what's another next question?
Um,
Did you ever have a goal you abandoned?
yes, I did.
I
I did.
definitely did. One of my biggest goals in 2017 was to start taking music seriously and to sing. and I completely let that go. Like I just was like, and it was like I was there when I just like I remember deciding that I was like, yeah, forget this.
Mm.
I remember making that decision. I was all those feelings, but
A goal that I abandoned at one point was school. I just feel like school was rough in the beginning for me because I graduated from high school when I was 16. I started college when I was 16. And then
mm-hmm.
I dropped out of the university I was going to in 2015, and I basically just gave up on going to school because it was taking too long. I didn't have the patience, and I gave up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I went back to school. Last fall, I went back to school, and I'm in school now, and I have one more year left. So I'm not giving up on this goal anymore because my goal is to become the best social worker that I can be. So I'm not giving up on this goal anymore.
Yeah, I gave up on the single and I never went back. I still have not gone back. I still like a part of me wants to sing sometimes,
Mhm.
but the stuff that goes into it, I just don't feel like that part. Like
Yeah.
it's all that extra stuff that comes along with singing, and like every time I get too much into music, there always ends up being politics and like stuff involved. And I was like, I just want to sing. I don't want to do nothing else. I don't want to talk to
Mhm.
nobody. I don't want to go through all the yin yang where you have to be this kind of sociable and you have to interact with people and then you have to, deal with pastors. I just no, I
Right.
don't.
No.
None of it. I don't want it. I just want to sing. That's it. But so it's so hard to do just that I just gave up. I just didn't care anymore. Next question.
What made you start a YouTube channel?
My phone is low, but I'll say
Oh,
that question.
thanks.
Thank you, darling.
Okay.
Same thing, I guess. I just wanted to inspire people. And I knew I wanted to start a channel even when that wasn't the thing. There was a time, there's like a YouTube channel with me. I found it the other day. It's called REP Sisters. That was my YouTube channel, like way back in like 2011 or something like that. Oh, it's so cringy. But, and there was songs I was singing on there. Ugh, not well, I might add. And me and my sister were on there. I made like these talking videos. I had a video called Teens and Sex.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
And it got like 600 something views.
Wow, really?
I remember when it happened, I was so hyped. I was like, oh, I got 600 something views. But then I didn't. I stopped posting. I just stopped posting on my channel.
I think I started my channel. The time I started my channel, um, I think I just kind of wanted to. I needed another form of an outlet. I had an outlet which was blogging. I still do that. I'm trying to get back
Do
into
you
it.
though?
I
Do
halfway
you
blog.
though?
I do kind of, but I don't. But I do, but I don't.
Mhm,
So,
mhm, mhm.
so I was blogging, but then I really, really wanted to get into YouTube because that's something that I wanted to do a long time ago. We even created a channel years ago.
There's like a clip of us singing Happy New Year in
Happy
the
New
Happy
Year.
Birthday
Yeah.
melody, and we were harmonizing. We just watched that like this today.
Yeah, today we
It was
just
today.
watched it. But even back then I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Like we were gonna do a channel together and then we are gonna have our own separate channels.
Isn't it crazy? Like it was gonna be called Eccentric Flow,
Yeah. So you guys are
and
getting a
we
taste of
kept
eccentric flow right
yeah,
now.
and we kept our names, the ones that we thought of
Right.
separately. We kept those.
Because that was in what, 2015?
Mhm.
I said the name for my channel would be Eccentric Rebel and hers would be Cherishing Flo, and
And then we would
together we
be
would have Eccentric
Eccentric Flow.
Flo. And so that the channel is out there somewhere.
Mhm.
I don't know if anything's ever gonna be done with it, but
Yeah, we don't know, but you'll see. We'll
yeah,
see how you guys like these collabs, and we'll see if we want to make it a thing or not.
yeah. So yeah, that's why I wanted to start a channel. I need another outlet, and I also wanted to give people a taste of my life because I'm eccentric. I'm weird. I do a lot of random stuff. So you'll see on my channel I have a lot of random stuff going on. Like I do
Oh my,
I do a
oh.
lot of random stuff on my channel. So that's why I started. Next.
Okay. Why you choose that name to begin with?
I know I chose mine if you
Okay,
need
well
time
you
to think.
tell them so I can.
Okay, so my name, Eccentric Rebel, I wanted to find a name that kind of went along with my life. And so eccentric, like I said, just said like weird,
Mhm.
random, crazy, not normal, because I'm not normal. So that's where eccentric came from. Rebel, at the time, I was really going against everything that people said. Like they say Tia go left, Tia went right. They say Tia go down, Tia went up. Like I just went against everything, even if it was like good stuff that people were telling me. I was going against it all. And so I had rebel, but then as my life started to change, my definition of rebel started to change as well. So rebel now is like if people say, "Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that," I'm about to prove you all the way wrong and I'm about to do it. And you're going to see it on this channel. Like you're going to see that I am doing what you said that I couldn't do. So that's what rebel to me means now.
Got real motivation in here real
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
I honestly, if I'm think now, I was trying to think of it. I don't know why I came up with Cherishing Flo. I remember when I made my first original blog. It was called Cherishing Secrets. .wordpress.com. I don't even know where I came up with that. But I remember I originally was gonna do poetry, and I was my poetry like my stage name was gonna be Flo, and I don't know why, but my stage name was gonna be Flo, and I was going to call my segment of poetry Flowetry, and because there was going to be other segments too of other things going on. But it was going to be flow and there was going to be flowetry. And I don't really remember why I chose Cherishing Flow. I don't know where that came from. I think one day I just said it and it sounded good. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Gee, I remember you asked me, you was like, does cherishing flow make sense? I was like, yeah, I mean, it sounds fine.
It sounded good. I don't necessarily think it doesn't have like some deep meaning, except for that I just really wanted the flowetry was part. And then it's funny because I haven't even done poetry at all on any of my stuff at all. But that was the core of it. I wanted to start doing poetry. I was gonna start on Facebook actually,
Hmm.
but I never did. I never did. I think I know too many people on Facebook. It's too personal on Facebook, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get with that. So, all right.
What do you do for fun? For me, I make videos for fun because I'm in school, so I have homework, studying. I have a job, so I have to go to work. Um, so making videos for me is fun.
Better on yours than on mine?
Hmm?
Why is it so much better on yours than on mine?
The brightness on mine is all the way up. I don't know if yours is.
I don't know, but we look brighter over here than we do over there.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
Or maybe because I have to sit back.
I don't know. So I make videos for fun. I hang out with friends when I can. Sleep for me is fun nowadays.
That's right. Honestly, everything I do is pretty much what I do for fun. What I do for fun. Like my job, like what I do, like taking going into my nanny job, that's fun to me. Um, Working on people's social media is fun to me. Recording videos is fun. I like to write for my blog. All of the things that I do, like my jobs, all of them are my fun. I guess the only thing that I do for fun that I don't make money from is singing, which I really don't even do that much. So, so really, like everything that I do for work is what I do for fun.
What is your goal from this YouTube?
We trying to make it to the next level, get to
Hmm.
that next tax bracket and all that other
Right.
stuff. Be traveling and whatnot.
Right. Like
And
I
have our
want
own
to.
booth, that playlist. Like
Right.
that's
Like
what I want. That's my goal.
yeah.
We trying to
The
make it.
YouTube conferences and stuff. Like we want to do
We
all
want to be
that.
headliners and stuff. Like
Right.
we want to make it, make it.
We
We want
want
to
to
be out
travel the
there.
world and not have to worry about waking up at a certain time the next day to go to work.
Ooh,
Like,
hallelujah.
like
That
that's.
there is one of my biggest motivations. Go back to the inspiration. That's my inspiration. I don't want to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning no more.
Like
Guys, your girl be tired.
freedom.
Freedom. That
Like
is the
real
goal. Not just from the YouTube, but from
in life. Like
everything. Um, what is your advice to other YouTubers?
be patient.
Be so patient and do what you like to do. Like I know
Mhm.
everybody says you have to niche down,
Mhm.
and to a certain extent, I understand that. But also, if you like doing different things, do different things.
Right.
Like my channel is a self development channel, so I do have a niche. But I also do stuff that ain't got nothing to do with self development. Like my story times really isn't self development material. I'm vlogging now. That's not really self development. But I have things in segments.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing everything I want to do, but I'm niching it into in a way. So you just have to strategize correctly, but do what you like, do what
Mm-hmm.
you love, and do your research.
Right.
Research, because YouTube is constantly changing. So research all the time. Make sure you're up to date on your knowledge about YouTube, the algorithms, the SEO crap that they
Right.
got going on, all of that. Like
Because it's a lot.
it's a lot. It's not
And
easy.
sometimes it's a lot of reading because you gotta read. YouTube sends out emails once a month, like
Read
recapping
it.
everything. You have to read that. And I know advice that I'm still working on. Don't look at the numbers. Numbers are important, but don't focus completely on numbers because your numbers are going to change. You're going to gain
They're gonna
subscribers, you're going to
fluctuate.
lose subscribers. Like
Hmm.
your numbers are going to keep going everywhere.
We're not saying
Don't
don't keep track of them, because it's
right,
important to track your progress, but don't obsess over analytics.
right. Your main thing is content.
Hmm.
And that's what we are working on. Content.
Pushing out as much as you can.
Whenever you can. Like I think she
Just
was saying the other day, she was watching somebody say that even if you're just like walking to the mailbox or something, record it because
yeah,
that's
you can make
content.
it for
You
YouTube.
never know what could
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. Like
Anything could happen
record
while
it.
you're doing anything.
Exactly. Like you could be recording content if you have time. The people, because a lot of you will say like, "Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that." If you have time to walk to your car, you
Right.
have time. If you drive to work, you have time to record. If you there's plenty of different space. It may not be where you think that you should be recording, but you have the time and the space to record. There's always time. If you have to get up a couple hours earlier, it's gonna suck. But if you really want to do
Stay
this,
up late. Like I've done late nights.
we doing it now. Like
Mhm.
we after this, we got stuff to do.
Right. Like
we about to be working. Like if you really want this grind thing, that's with anything that you do. You have to be willing to work for it. You have to be willing to do your research on it, and you have to be willing to better yourself. And sometimes that means that you're not going to get as much sleep as you used to.
right. You have to sacrifice something. There's always going to be some type of sacrifice.
Exactly. All right.
What are the days you post a video?
Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. For now, one day, you guys, I will post more. That day ain't today. Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
For me right now is just on Fridays. I'm gonna go to posting twice a week, but seeing that I'm just now getting back into YouTube recently, and being in school, I had to set a schedule, and Fridays worked out better for me. But I want to go to posting twice a week. I don't know what other day. It might be Sundays, but for now, Fridays.
Okay. When you first started YouTube Feel, and what did you expect? We never that so long.
Oh my goodness. I know when I first started, I was nervous, and I don't know why. Like I was really nervous sitting in front of a camera.
I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous in the camera. I was nervous to post it. Like it took me a long time. Like I sat there staring at my phone, and my boyfriend was like, "Post the video. What are you doing?" Like I was just like, "People are gonna." Like I said, I don't know who's gonna see it. I don't know what people are gonna think. And in my mind, I was like, even though I knew like it was a good video, I guess in retrospect, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing like a reaction to my very first YouTube video, like my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. But it was like anxiety. Like I started hyperventilating a little bit. I started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. And then after I posted it, I put my phone away. Like I couldn't even look at it. Like I couldn't. And I don't know. I think what I expected was for nobody to watch me. That's kind of what I expected. I expected for nobody at all to watch me, know who I am, care about my life. None of that.
I don't think I had any type of expectations. I recorded the video and I put it out there. I didn't know what was going to happen. I just put it out there. So, where do you see yourself in the future with YouTube?
I see myself making big moves. This is just not telling me about the rainbow purchase. Get it together. like that was like 2 hours ago. Anyway, sorry y'all. But like we see ourselves being big moves out here in these streets. Like we out here putting in this work not for nothing.
Exactly.
We plan on having this growth. We plan on YouTube being a big thing for us, a big, huge part of our lives.
Like when people say eccentric rebel, like y'all know exactly who it is that they're talking about when they say Cherishing Flo, you can put a face to the name. Like,
Exactly.
you
Like,
can Google us. Like, you
exactly.
know who we are.
We expect for this to. That's what we. That's where we see ourselves. That's
Mhm.
where we know we're going. We already know.
Yeah,
Like,
we
that's
know
what's
we're
up. We already
going
know
there,
that.
so we're putting in the work now to get there.
Exactly. We already know. Okay. How did you find content for vlogging, or did you just wing it? I winged it.
For me, for vlogging, I really be winging
I
it,
wing
and
it.
I'll
I
just
still
be
wing it.
forgetting
It's
that I'm winging it.
Now, for my regular videos, like my self-development videos, I plan those out. I have like bullet points. I don't really plan them out. I have bullet points because I'll forget and I'll get off into a tangent and forget what I'm talking about and then leave a whole bunch of stuff out. So I will plan those out. But anything else, vlogs, like reactions that I do on my couples channel, anything else really, I just wing it. I just see it's more authentic to me that way.
Yeah, I don't normally plan stuff out for real, for real. I mean, I do a lot of like skincare stuff, like face masks and
You
little
can't really
stuff like
plan
that. I
that.
just
Except other than what skincare thing you're gonna use, you
right,
can't really.
like that's the only thing I plan. Other than that, I set up the camera and I start putting stuff on my face. Like
Go
that's
with the flow.
I go with the flow. When I sit down and I talk about something, I just know what I want to talk about, and then I just sit down and I talk about it. I don't have like no type of structure. I just
That's
I
how I
just
am
do it.
with my story times. I just sit down and tell the story.
Mhm. Yeah, like I don't.
Like
I
as if I'm
hardly
talking to one of
write
my
anything
friends.
down. Just I just do it.
Um, how
I
did
don't know where we are.
I think we're here? How did y'all meet?
Ah,
Um, how did we meet?
we met because we dated the. What is going on?
I don't know. I'm gonna say something appeared on your laptop. Like,
We dated because
we dated?
no, no, wait, pause.
Wait, like hold up, we did what now? Like,
I was saying we dated the same person.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we dated the same person, and that's kind of how we met.
Kind of. That's how our entire interaction began.
Yeah.
Began. Not at the same time. We
No.
didn't like get cheated on
Like
with
years
each other.
apart.
Yeah, like years apart from each other. We dated the same guy.
Yeah,
we dated the same guy, and at different points, and that just happened to be how we met.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole story time about that. By the way, coming out on my channel on Sunday. Like it's gonna be like a story, like
the full story.
Because the full story is actually kind of like some stuff. Like
yeah, it's a lot of drama.
Yeah, it was some drama that happened that caused us to actually meet and then become best friends. So yeah.
Why are y'all besties? I don't know. We kind of match. Like
we just clicked.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can say it because when we finally did, like when we met, like when we were in person and we hung out the very first time, it was like instant clicking. Like from that point forward, we were always together, always spending time with each other, 24/7 in each other's face, like all
either
the time.
she was at my house or I was at her house.
All the time.
If we weren't at nobody's house, like we were together all the time.
And when we lived together, it was worse. Like there was no space. Like it was no space between us. Period.
Like we shared a room. My bed was on this side. Her bed was on this side.
And we never got sick of it. It wasn't like one of us would be like, "Let's spend some time away from." No.
And
never.
we worked at the same place. We had the same jobs. We saw each other 24/7 and never ever got tired.
We just clicked.
Yeah.
Really well.
That's why we're best friends.
Okay. What's your favorite moments of each other?
My favorite moment is I remember one day I was laying on my bed. It was in the summertime, and we had the windows open.
I already know what you're gonna say.
I don't think so. And I was scrolling through my phone.
Go to my channel.
And I was scrolling through my phone, and I was looking at jokes or something. Or she was looking at jokes. Something happened, and somebody said something along the lines of, why can't you run through a campground?
Why can't you run?
Why can't you run through a campground? Does anybody want to answer that question before we? So stupid, but why can't you run through a campground?
And so I remember as soon as I read it, I was dying laughing. Like we were looking at iFunny. It was me. I was looking at iFunny on my phone. And I was just crying. Like
she was literally crying at the answer. And I was looking at her like, what is wrong with you?
And I said, why can't you run
Why can't you
or why
run
can't you, yeah, why
through a
can't you run through
campground?
a campground? It's because it's past tense.
You can only ran because it's past tense. Like it's the corniest joke I have ever heard. Actually, that's a lie because my dad sent me one today. It was just
It was the funny,
so
like,
out of
I don't know
pocket.
why it sounded so funny. Like, to this day, my boyfriend would just say to me, he was like, past tense. He'll just say those words to me, and I will fall out
But I don't
laughing.
know why. For us, it just
It was so funny, like, and we laughed for a long time, like, for like 10, 15 minutes. And
I
every
don't
time
even
we
know
stopped
why.
laughing, we
Like we
kept,
started laughing again.
like, every time. And then from that moment forward, like, anytime we think about it or talk about it, we start laughing, like, all
And
over again.
sometimes randomly we'll send a text message, why can't you run through a campground? And that would just make my day, like completely.
Literally.
Because that happened so long ago
And it's still,
and
like,
it
the
still
funniest
sticks.
thing.
It's the funniest thing that's ever
I
happened.
can't really, my favorite moments of, I just, there's just so much stuff that happened that it's like hard to pinpoint one pivotal funny moment.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing that came to my mind. That's why I said it. I know there was one time when it was the day we moved to Atlanta in 2015. It was like really early in the morning and she's blind. So she was driving. I don't know why, but I'm the one who normally drives.
Yeah, I don't know why I was driving. That's like
I
so
don't
not
know.
normal.
Because
Especially
she
when it's
hates
dark.
driving and it was dark.
I hate
So it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when we left. And she was driving, she's blind, she can't see, she didn't have any glasses on, it was dark. It was just a very bad situation. And so we get to this light and we stopped at the red light and then the light turns green and we have to turn and so we turned, but the way that she turned into the lane where traffic is coming this way.
Okay, there was like a median thing, and I thought it
There's
was a
a median.
two-lane road, and it wasn't.
And so she was supposed to go around
The
the
median thing. Like,
median.
I thought the median was going to something else.
No. But when she turned in that lane where cars are coming this way. And I was like, Ricky, cars are coming this way. You're on the wrong side of the road. And she was like, super calm. She said, oh, just went across the median. She just drove right across the median, just kept going like nothing ever happened. And I was just sitting there looking at her like,
No,
you
I just
almost
remember my
killed
favorite moment.
us.
I just remember my favorite moment. She just reminded me of it. We were driving from home from Decatur. We were singing. Our group was singing in Decatur. And we were driving home, and it was me and our friend Jazzy, and we were sitting there, and there was a red light, and it was
Where
red.
did my trip go?
It's on the floor in my chair.
Okay.
Like, if the light was red, and it was red, like, we saw it was red from way back, but she wasn't slowing down. So me and Jazzy are like looking at each other and looking at her, and she's just driving. And we're just like, so she gonna slow down? And she did not. And when she got to the right, she literally just went just as calm as can be, didn't even notice. And then afterwards, we're looking at her like, and she was like, and I was like, so you just gonna run the red light? And you were like, huh? Like, she
I
was like,
didn't see
huh?
it.
She was
I
not
didn't
paying
see it.
any attention. She drove right through the red light and didn't even notice that she drew. She drew. She drove
I
right
drove.
through. Yeah, you drew. That's a
I
new thing.
drove.
That's a word now. Hush. I'm telling Webster. Leave it alone. Like, it's a word now. So she drove right through the red, like calm as day, just. And then we're
Same way
looking
you
at her
drove over
like,
that median.
and we're looking at her like, what? I just thought about.
What?
Okay, I don't even want to talk about it, but I thought about the time somebody else drove over a median.
Don't. Don't. Next question.
Okay. Okay.
Why is your friendship valuable? Because there's nobody in the world who can match the friendship that I have with her. Like
Pretty much.
I have a lot of close friends and people who I call my other best friends, but this is literally my best friend.
Yeah, like, I have a lot of very, very close friends, people I've known for years, and it's not like, like, I love them any less or anything like that. But the kind of friendship that we have is different. Like, it's just like, it's just different. Like I don't even know how to
Mhm.
explain it because I don't think I've ever seen another female friendship like this before.
No.
So I don't know how to like. I would love to like give you like some sort of example of two people that were friends like that.
I have no
But I
idea.
can't think of any. Like I can think of a bunch of bromances maybe that
Yeah.
fit the bill. Like Sean and Gus, for example.
Yeah.
They fit the, like we are literally just that close to where we just and the friendship is like we never had a friendship like before each other like
Mhm.
this, and we never had one after
Right.
each other like this. Like there were some things that were similar, but not like this.
Mhm.
So I think it's valuable because we have a certain kind of bond that's different and better. I wouldn't say better, but stronger.
Yeah.
I can say, and it's just I don't know. It's hard to explain, really,
It really is.
because people. It's hard to explain because so few people have it. Like
Right. So they don't
Like, so they
understand.
really don't get it. Even though I try to explain it, like, they're going to think we're dating if I try to explain it. Like, they're going to think that we're in a relationship.
People used to think that a long
They
time
did.
ago. They
People
really
used
thought
to think that we were dating each
because we
other.
were together all the
We were
time.
together that often. And we were in each other's face, like, all the time. Like, we
All
never
the
got
time.
sick of each other. It was that bad. Okay. What annoys you about your bestie?
Does something really annoy me about you?
It gotta be something. Like, um,
You know, this may seem minor, but it annoys me that she puts hot sauce on her popcorn. Like,
what?
who puts hot sauce on their popcorn?
People who like delicious popcorn. Like,
I ain't never heard of that till I met you.
I've heard of it plenty of times. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't eat popcorn without it, to be honest. That's annoying. I think the only thing that annoys me about her is that she does not stand up for herself enough. I think that annoys me about her. She used to when we lived together, it used to piss me off. I would be like, if you don't tell them how you feel, she
I
would
think
like
I've gotten a lot
she
better at that
swallowed so
though.
much. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, but you're not 100 at it. Like
No, because I
you
like to
still
give people the
swallow.
benefit of the doubt.
You still stomach so much, and I just be like,
I
just say
do.
how you feel. Like you don't have to say it mean like I would, but say it. Like it needs to be
See,
said.
I feel like the reason why I do that is because if I say stuff right off, like while I'm feeling it, it's gonna come out bad.
That's probably what it is with her. But like, cause I remember when we used to live together, and there would be like situations that would happen, and she would be irritated as crap, and I'm sitting there thinking like, would you just say?
No, because if I say something, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings for real. So I'm just quiet until
Yeah,
I can
I
get
think
all my
that's the
thoughts
difference. I
together,
be just
and
hurting
then I'll
people's
say
feelings.
something.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
that's like the difference. I just be hurting people's feelings because I can't. It's so unhealthy to stomach things that even sometimes at some point, if I can't say it nicely, I gotta say it anyway. I just it has to be said because I can't stomach it anymore, or I'm gonna be sick. I just can't. I think that's the only thing really, and it ain't got nothing to do with me. She just doesn't defend herself enough. Like,
Well, I've gotten better, and I'm still getting better.
yeah, baby steps.
What are your twin moments? We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Honestly, we're just in tune to the point we talked about that in our how we met video too.
Yeah.
But one of our twin moments is like we will get tired of being social at the exact same time.
Because we're both introverts.
And we'll be out and we will literally look at each other and know instantly that we're both
Like,
ready
yep,
to go and
time
we
to go.
get up and we leave. Like,
we don't have to say
nobody has to say,
anything.
yo, you ready to go or are you ready? None of that. We both
We
know
just
at the
look at
same
each
time
other.
and we look at each other and we just know and we go.
And it's
like
weird,
that.
and it's not even like one person just be sitting there looking at the other
No,
person
we'll
waiting. It's like we
other.
look at
We'll
each other at the same time.
We'll just go.
You're like,
And then
get
we'll
our
get up
stuff
and
and
go.
go.
And that's it. Like we've done that so many times. I remember we used to do that at church. Like we used to be like,
Yeah.
we used to just look at each other and then be like,
it's time.
like, yep, that's pretty much it. Like
Yep.
we've done that so many times. And then like we're just in connect. Like we can pretty much read each other's minds without having to say anything. We don't even have to be
And that's
near
so
each
weird.
other to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because like she's done stuff and like she wouldn't tell me, but I would know.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, yeah, she's. And so, like, we're just that in tune with each other. Like, we have a lot of twin moments. It's like twin telepathy, and we're not twins.
Right.
Like,
we're not even blood related.
Exactly. Like, we're not related in any way. Like, we're just friends, but, like, we have that twin connection. I guess because we spent way too much time together. Like, a lot. Okay. How do you keep each other uplifted?
We talk to each other all the time. We encourage each other in many different ways. When it comes to blogging, YouTubing, just life in
and
general.
Recently, we've even started doing like Bible devotions
Yeah,
together.
we did
Us
devotionals.
and our other friend, the third to our trio.
Yeah.
Like we started doing devotions together, and ever talking about the devotions and everything.
Mhm.
Like we find so many different
Yeah.
ways to encourage each other and uplift each other and keep each other in positive spirits. Like it's just
And then we have a group chat like at the beginning of every week. Everybody talks about, things that they accomplished last week, what they're trying to accomplish this coming week, if they have prayer requests, like
mm-hmm.
different things. That's we really stay in tune with each other and that's how we
Keep
uplift
each
each
other
other.
uplifted. Okay, who is the good angel and bad angel?
I'm the good angel.
She is. She is the good angel between the two of us.
I was like, fight me.
I am the technical bad. That wasn't very good.
But I feel like we both have our moments.
Yeah, because there were some times when she was the one that was a little like
I was a true rebel, like I said
there
at the
was some
beginning of the
stories
video.
I
I
could
was
tell.
woo.
But like for the most part though, it's usually me because I'm the
Yeah.
one like that's hot headed between the two of us, and I'm between the two of us. I'm also the one that's extremely impulsive. Like
That's true.
as soon as I think it comes out of my mouth. I'm working on that though. Like it's a lot better than it used to be.
And see, I'm a lot worse than I used to be because I used to hold a lot of stuff in, but now it's just like I really don't
That's
have a reason
important
to
though.
hold back. So
Eventually, we're gonna find a balance like that in
yeah, we're
between.
gonna get that leveled out.
Yeah,
Whopper or
or
Big
Big Mac.
Mac?
Big
Neither.
Mac. I like Big Mac.
I don't eat burgers.
Yeah, she doesn't. I like Big Macs. I choose Big Macs. I love me some burgers. I don't. I'm not a fan of Burger King, so I will probably always choose anything other than Whopper. Any other kind of sandwich. Somebody is walking in, you guys. The power of live stream.
Yeah. So you guys are gonna catch all that because
Yeah.
we're here.
Okay, so Popeyes or churches?
Um,
Neither for me.
I don't. Hello.
I said to myself, I said, I have been gone for a long time. I said, and my daughter did not even be like, where you at? What you doing? And then I realized, I said to myself, I said, she is here.
No, it's well. What time is it? Is it
I
late?
don't know. It's like
Almost going on 12.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I would have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like around 10 o'clock, she's like, when you gonna be home?
I would have.
And so at 11, I said, she ain't here.
No, we were on. We've been on live stream, so I haven't even seen what time it was for
Yeah.
like the last longest.
The last longest.
Yeah, we're like on YouTube.
How do y'all do a live stream for 12?
Well, we
2
just
hours.
started. We
It's
started
like
at 10:45.
yeah. So yeah, we were prepared for it before then.
Christopher sounds like if you don't get scared, it's the door open again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Popeyes or churches? I don't think I ever answered. Popeyes is good. Churches is also good. So I really can't choose.
like, that's not an answer. Like
But does churches still exist? Like I don't even
yeah,
know. They do?
they have one in Huntsville.
I thought they closed it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't even go to either one of them that much. So
I'm not really. I like chicken, but I'm not gonna go nowhere to buy some chicken from no fast food joint. If it's not homemade chicken, like that somebody made, I'm probably not gonna eat it. Okay. Do you plan on going back to school? That's probably for me because she's in school.
yeah, I
So that's
planned on it and I
so
went.
that's the
So
answer. If I'm being honest, no, I don't plan to go back to school. I could go back one day, but right now it is just not in my plans. I have nothing against school. I'm not one of those people who feels like school is stupid, nothing like that. But I feel like school is not for everyone. You don't have to go to school, and if it's not for you, then don't go. I feel like I'm not gonna go and then waste my money if I don't feel ready to go.
right.
I feel like you shouldn't go until you're ready, until it makes
Mhm.
sense for you to go.
Other
Because
than that,
otherwise, you're gonna go, you're gonna fail classes, and you're still gonna have to pay for those
you're
classes
gonna be
after you
wasting
fail
time
them.
and wasting money.
Exactly. So I feel like you should go when you're ready, when it's time for you to go. There are people, clearly, we talked about it already, who go as full grown adults and they get their education then. And even though it may not have been in their plan to do it then, they still did it when it was time.
Mhm.
So I feel like if I go back, if I ever go back, it'll be when I feel like it's time for me to go back. Because right now I don't even know what I would go for, what I would be going for. So
Are your blogs launching pads for something else?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know. No.
My blog was the beginning. I wouldn't say it's a launching pad. My blog was the beginning of everything. I had
Yeah,
my
same
blog
here.
first, and my blog was what fire like made the fire start for everything else. So for my
Mhm.
business, for everything else, like making money online. Period. It all started from my blog. Like before YouTube channel, making money from YouTube channel was even a thought in my mind. It was my blog.
Same
Before I
here.
even started my social media business, there was my blog. Like my blog was just I wouldn't call it the launching pad because when I made the blog it wasn't intentional. But I would say it's what started it all.
Do you believe in canceling people more or less than 20? I think it was supposed to be more or
Oh
less than
yeah.
20 this
Like
year.
do you believe in canceling people and have you canceled more or less than 20 people this year? I'm gonna tell you right now, I believe wholeheartedly and strongly in my spirit in canceling people.
Mhm.
Now, what we explained to the person on a live on Instagram is that I don't believe necessarily in canceling famous people because they're not relevant enough in my life to
Mm-mm.
consider canceled. Like, there's not one single celebrity that I pay enough attention to that I could really cancel them. But people in my personal life, to me, canceling people is similar to cutting them off. And I believe in that with everything and with every fiber
Yes.
in my being.
Yes, I do.
And I would say less than 20 because I didn't mess with 20 people in the first place.
All right, like my circle ain't even that big.
I've never had that many people
If I start
to
cutting
lose
people off,
that
I'm
many
gonna end up
people.
cutting myself off soon.
Like
So.
that's what I was like. So at this juncture, I would say, but I would say that I've cut off in the past. It's funny, like in the past couple years, I've actually let go of a lot of friendships, like a lot of friendships. Some people who I was extremely close to, some people I was like, but some people who I was extremely close to, who I thought I would always have them in my life, I've cut off.
Mm.
And it's weird to think that, like, I remember, like, in those moments when I'm cutting them off, like, I just, positive energy, and as you grow older, people change. Like, you're going to get to the point where some people are just not meant to be in your life anymore because you get older, you realize that their energy does not match with yours anymore. And a lot of people's energy is just not positive, and I ain't got time.
Nope.
So, opinions on Disney turning classics into live action.
Well, you know.
Kind of like it depends. Like some of it, I've been kind of for it. Like I was for Beauty and the Beast. I
Yeah,
was
that was
with that.
good. That was good.
That was dope. But then they came out with this Kim Possible foolishness,
Yeah,
and I
no.
am disgusted. Like I
Like
am
there should be a limit
genuinely
on what they.
perturbed. And the girl, I think it's because they're not doing all of their live actions accurately and well.
Mhm.
Like some of the live actions are so retarded.
Didn't they
Like
do a live action to Lion King,
they're going
or
to.
they're going to?
They're going to. I mean, that looks like it's going to be kind of interesting because I saw the live action of that of the Jungle Book.
Oh yeah.
I saw that and that was pretty good. So I figure like Lion King might be kind of like in that era,
I
kind of
think
good.
the movies like that they do live actions to, I think those might turn out well. But
But like
like
those shows,
the
like the Disney
animated,
shows,
like with the no,
leave it alone.
mm-mm.
Leave it
The
alone.
newer type of no,
Yeah, that girl. Did you see the music video for that girl who did the Kim Possible song?
no.
I'm gonna show it to you what we do. Oh my god, like it's so bad that it makes you angry in your spirit. Like it pisses you off. And she literally, like, Kim Possible looks like
Yeah.
a cute little. This little girl looks 9.
Oh
She
no.
sings 9. It's gross. I hate it. I know Kim Possible is a teenager, but she wears a little crop top, but she doesn't. She's not Kim Possible. It's just I don't like it.
Mm.
She's a beautiful little girl and everything, but she's a little freaking girl, and she just is not Kim Possible. Okay,
What are your favorite animals?
my favorite animal is horse. Is a horse. Horses are my favorite.
Monkeys.
I really like
Monkeys
horses.
are life. My favorite animal
Anybody
is
who
a
knows
monkey.
me knows that I like one of my dreams. I used to want to like learn how to ride horses and like compete and stuff. I used to want to do that, and I used to watch all those shows that used to come on TV about people and their horses, like the Saddle Club or something like that. They used to come on TV. I love horses.
I love monkeys. What question we had before about something we want to do in the future, like why we, something like that. I want to make it so far in life so that I can own a monkey. Like I can have a monkey living in my house. Like,
And you have to be far in life to own a monkey.
yeah,
Mhm.
because I want to take
I guess
care
there's
of the
a certain
monkey.
tax bracket you have to be in to have monkey
Right. I
ownership.
need to have like a certain
I want to
room for
own.
the monkey to be
I want
in.
to own my own ranch.
What?
Yeah, I actually told Ira about that like a few months ago. I was like, I want to because we were talking about all the pets that I wanted, and he was like, "You want a whole farm?" I said, "In actuality, Yes, I do. Like I was like I really do want my own farm. I want a thing, but I really want it because I want a stable of horses.
If I can't have a monkey living with me, I'll just settle for a puppy.
So I'm getting a puppy this year if I can help it.
How? Ooh, I remember. Ooh.
How has God played a part in your growth since y'all have been friends individually? Well, in friends, and then it says individually.
So there was a time when, like, we're best friends, and we were best friends years ago. But there was a time. How long was that? It was like
No, wow, because we met
2016.
in 2015, and we didn't start talking until the end of 2017. So,
So basically, like a year and a half, maybe.
hmm
We didn't speak at all. We didn't see each other. We didn't speak to each other. We didn't have each other's numbers because both of our numbers had changed by then. We weren't living together anymore.
we weren't even in the same state.
Yeah. I don't know where were you
I was in Georgia still.
in 2017?
Oh no, I moved to Florida.
Okay, so she was in Florida. I was in Mississippi. Um, I reached out to her to see if we could possibly rekindle a friendship, and I was thinking that I was talking to the same Ricky that I knew before, and I was really bracing myself for her to say no because that's just the way that she was before. And so I saw her growth when she started to actually want to talk to me again. And I wanted to talk to her again. But I don't know, I was just kind of stuck on thinking that she was the same person that she was before. So I was kind of shocked that she just opened up like that. And so,
That is God, because in actuality, I'm not usually, or I wasn't usually a very forgiving person or a nice person, really.
hmm
So, and I wasn't honestly like at the time because there had been so much growth in me. I wasn't sure. I actually knew that at some point she was going to say something to me because I know her. And like I could see
yeah.
that she was still the same. She was leading up to it. Like I could see her doing things leading up to saying something. Now I had no idea what she was gonna say. I didn't know what was about to happen. I was in my mind. I was wondering like, what is it that she wants? Like I was like, what? Like I had no idea. But when she did reach out to me, I remember reading the message. I read it like 50 times. I just kept reading it, and I read it to my boyfriend. I was sitting there thinking, and before then I had no idea. I kept saying, I have no idea.
What is what?
Is that for what
It
did that
said
say?
Donald Trump has arrived.
That's
And I'm
creepy.
Donald Trump.
But yeah, so like I kind of said I when I saw the message, I realized that like first of all, I stopped being angry like not long after the whole situation had happened. Like I knew that much, but I also knew like who I was before would not even have responded to her.
Mm-mm.
Like I would have been like, why are you talking to me? Like that literally would have been my attitude like
And
off
that's
rip.
what I was expecting. I was expecting either a negative response or no response at all. But I got a response, and it was a positive response.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think after that point, we started to, I think, like our friendship was the same.
Oh.
Okay. Our friendship was this kind of same as it was before, like the same basic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a lot more like positivity in our friendship, and there was a lot of what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but there was a lot of growth. There was a lot of growth because we had changed as people. And so with us not being exactly the same way that we were before,
She said don't pay attention, so I'm not gonna pay
I'm just
attention.
so confused. With us not being the same people that we were before, our friendship was like revamped. So,
And I think that that in itself was God. Like even though like the way that we stopped talking was not necessarily ideal. I feel like we both ended up working towards being better us.
yeah.
separately.
It's like it needed to happen
Exactly.
so that we could have the friendship that we have now.
Exactly. And so I feel like that is one of the ways that God has really played a part in our growth. Like he separated us from each other so that we could be by ourselves to grow.
I
Basically.
never looked at it that way.
Like basically. It was like a relationship. Like you said.
Yeah.
Like he separated us from each other so that we could be by ourselves to grow in a lot of ways. Because I think when we were friends, like I was very impatient. And I think and even like I was able to like look at some of the stuff that happened before like wow. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Like I'm just sitting here thinking,
like I'm thinking about it, and like I remember like what was going on leading up to us not talking anymore, and it made me think about all the things that I was going through and the way that I reacted to it, and how I affected the people around me because of what I was going on with myself.
And then me still being the type of person that I was, not speaking up
Exactly.
about
Like there was
stuff.
so
Like,
many different things going on, and it made me because I didn't think about it at all. Like the stuff that I was going through, I was so busy trying to not be depressed and not all the negative stuff that was going on through my mind that I wasn't thinking about what was going on around me. And in my head, everything was normal, everything was fine, but there was stuff going on. And if I had paid attention, if I had like had the patience to deal with other people while dealing with my own stuff, I would have seen things and noticed and I might have been able to rectify, but I wouldn't have even learned that lesson if this hadn't happened the way that it did. Like I wouldn't have known what I was doing and how I was acting. And it wasn't just with her; it was with other people too. But it was with her that because she was the only person who's ever like walked out of my life and I noticed. And that sounds really bad. Like actually, like that sounds really bad. But like she really is the only person that's ever like left my life. We weren't in each other's life anymore, and it was noticeable to me. And so because of that, it made me have to kind of look at things in a different way. And I feel like I was kind of like pay attention to why this happened. Like you may be upset about how it happened, you may have your opinion about how it happened, but pay attention to what led up to it because you played a part in it too. So pay attention. And that kind of like made me kind of like be like, okay, think about what was going on with me. And I remember what I was going through, and then I was thinking about how I was acting in actuality. I remember I went to a whole nother freaking room. Like I was like, I remember how I was acting.
Yeah, like we were sharing a room there too, and she moved out the room, and I was just like,
yeah, and it really had
right.
nothing to do with her whatsoever. But I was in a depressed mode, and all I could think of was isolation. Like that's all I wanted was to just be by myself, and I couldn't verbalize it. That's still something I kind of work on. I'm not good at verbalizing when I'm upset or when I'm frustrated or when things are wrong. I'm not good at verbalizing it. I kind of just shut down sometimes. And that's what was going on at that time. I was shutting down. And that had never happened with us before then.
Yeah.
I had never shut down on her.
Because we were always very, very open with each other.
Very.
All the time.
And that time, neither one of us was being open with each other. And that was the first time that had ever happened, and it affected our friendship severely in that moment. And I never really noticed it until after she was already gone. And it took some time before I was not upset enough to think about it. And so I felt like that was necessary because it made me realize that I do have an issue when things are really bad for me, opening up to people, even people who I trust, because I did trust her. It had nothing to do with that. I have a hard time with it.
Yeah, so that needed to happen so that we could be where we are now.
And grow.
And I never really thought about that like until now.
I didn't either. Like I kind of thought about it a little bit before. Like when you first reached out to me, like the thought crossed my mind. I was like, well, maybe because at first I was kind of skeptical about us being friends again. And I was like, but maybe you're meant to not be in contact.
It's like people who are in relationships or they like break up or whatever, and they say, right person, wrong time. It could be like that in a friendship too. Right person, wrong time.
Wrong time in your life.
So
I was just open to seeing, and everything like worked out exactly not how I thought it would, but because I was not expecting for us to just become friends again.
Me either. It's like we picked up where we left off. Like nothing ever happened.
Exactly. Only our friendship was a lot better.
All we had to do was like fill in each other on the past year and a half.
Pretty much.
And after we were caught up, like
that was pretty much
on.
it. Like we just went on as if it didn't happen, and only we took the lessons that we learned from it and moved forward.
Yep. Next question.
All right, that was a long answer.
HBCU or PWI?
We don't know.
First of all, I don't know what a PWI is. Oh. Are
Have you
you?
ever? I think you mean have you? Have you? Have you ever tried looking up your favorite TV show on YouTube? Yeah.
Yes.
You can't find Psych on YouTube. You can
No.
find all the Psych bloopers on YouTube.
I still
But
watch bloopers though
I
because I
do
like some.
for Psych.
Yeah.
Like, but that's pretty much it. Like I watch like everything and anything. Sean James Roday and Dule Hill are my people.
Mhm.
So I follow them on Twitter. Like that's how you know it's real for me if I follow
Yeah.
them on Twitter.
HBCU or PWI?
I don't know what PWI is.
I'm just gonna say HBCU because I go to a HBCU.
Yeah, we gonna
So
choose that because we know what HBCU is, and that's number one. So we're gonna choose that regardless.
I would give my school a shout out, but
Um, would you ever date outside your race? Yes. I mean, no, because I'm in a relationship with somebody inside my race. But yes, if I was single, I have dated outside of my race. I mean, it was a high school, but it was a pretty serious high school relationship. So
I've never dated outside of my race, and I have nothing against it. Like interracial couples are beautiful, but it's not for me.
I think that I would, but I'm less likely to now than I was back then. Like I was so for it back then. Like I wanted to be with somebody outside of my race, not specifically outside. Like I was really attracted to white guys at one point in my life. Like I wanted to be with a white guy, but now I have a preference for black males. But I'm also open. If I end up falling for somebody who's outside of my race, and I end up falling for somebody who's outside my race, like I don't even pay attention because I'm
And
attracted
nine
to what
times out of 10, that's not gonna happen because she's pretty much set for life.
yeah,
So,
pretty much. I'm with who I'm gonna be with. So
but for
like,
me, I'm not saying that people outside of my race are not attractive because there are some people who are not of my race who are attractive. But as far as dating them, I think my mom told me or something that my grandma said. Like she knows if she wake up next to somebody who ain't the same color as her. Like she knows if she waking up next to a white man. And that I don't know. I heard that a long time ago and it kind of stuck with me. And so
I think
now,
a struggle that I have with being with somebody who's not black is there's certain things that when I have kids, I want to be able to teach my kids that I don't feel like can be properly taught by somebody who isn't going to be a part of that
that's
struggle.
true.
Like I feel like only a black man will be able to teach his black son. I'm not saying other they'll try, but it's not going to be the same. He's
Hmm.
experienced it, and there's going to be certain things that a young black boy needs to know
Yeah,
that he's not necessarily going to get from a white father that doesn't
because
understand it. He doesn't
he
know anything
didn't
about it.
experience it.
And that's kind of like where I started to shift my mindset about it a little bit because I was thinking like, regardless of what race I'm with, my child's going to be a black child,
Hmm.
and there are going to be certain things that he needs to know, and I
Right.
want him to have somebody. I
Yeah.
want him to have somebody who teach. Hey, that's
Hi.
Charisma
Oh,
from her
hi.
YouTube channel. I love her. She has the Wallace family. I told you about them. I told you
Hmm.
they're moving from Chicago. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Reconnect. What happened? Like what 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 is going on with my phone?
Her live disconnected. So.
For no reason. But yeah, I feel like only a black man will be able to teach my black child what a black child needs to know, especially if I have
Hmm.
a son.
Yeah.
There's going to be some things that he needs to know and understand that I don't really feel like a white man is going to be able to really teach him.
Where do you see your
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
not in this chair? I
I
see
see
myself.
myself.
Oh my goodness.
Go.
Go ahead. Go.
Okay, I see myself basically in a whole other tax bracket. I
Hmm.
see myself doing completely different things. So I'm making moves now. And while things do not happen immediate, things are already in the motion in my favor. And I just see my life looking differently. But I want to be inspiring as many people. What? Why are you acting up over here? Why? Get your life together. Live. Like, I want to see myself. I know that I'm going to be like successful.
Hmm.
So that's where I see myself in 5 years. Successful and living my best life.
Yep.
Traveling, probably.
For me, within 5 years, graduating with my bachelor's degree, graduating with my master's degree, um, moving up in the YouTube world, like we mentioned before, I want to do a lot of traveling. I want to go out in within 5 years. I want to go out of the country at least 5 times within 5 years. So yeah, those are definitely
That's where
goals.
we seeing ourselves. That's what's good. That's what's up. Holla at y'all in 5 years. Check us in 5 years.
Right, but keep up with
Watch
us.
her. Yeah, keep up with us. But in 5 years, you're like, hey, you remember that live you did like I did 5 years
Mhm.
ago? You're gonna be the real MVP if you do that.
And then ask us like along the way, like how's that? How's
How
that
are our
going? How
goals
are your
going?
goals going? Keep
Okay.
us on track.
Is college worth it?
Sometimes I be questioning because I'm in college, and sometimes I really question:
I
is
think
it
that
worth
depends
it?
on why you're at college. I think that that question is specific to why you're in college. Like
Yeah,
if I when I was in school, to me, it wasn't worth it.
and it depends on the person. Like, is it
Hmm.
worth it for you in your life?
That's a self question.
Yeah.
Because it's different for everybody. I feel like everybody has their own college experience and everybody has their own mindset, way of learning, way of how they are meant to be successful.
Mhm.
And so I feel like that is college worth it question. Even though I get all the time, when are you going back to college? When are you going back to school? Why are you not at school? Why are you not doing this? I hear it all the time, but I already know that if I were to go right now, I would say that for me it's not worth it because it's not for me right now.
Yeah.
It's just not. I know
There's
that.
really not a set yes or no answer. It just depends on the person.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Best
Best
thing
thing
about
about
each
each other.
other. She's her.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how we struggled to find something we didn't like about each
Right.
other. Like, how are we supposed to choose our favorite thing about each other? I guess the best thing about her is the way that she just gets me, pretty much. Like pretty much
Same.
the way that we just connect and we click just like that. Thank you, computer. The way that we just connect just like that. I think that's the best thing about her because she matches me in a whole lot of ways. Not even like we're the same person or we agree on everything.
Mhm. You're kind of slow over
I
there.
know, like I'm lagging. Like okay, it's not even like we agree. Okay, well, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't care. Like it's not even like we agree on everything or we have everything in common. It's just that we just match. Like she matches my drive. She matches my effort. We always are able to uplift each other. We
Mhm.
just go like it just matches.
And we're
And
into a lot of the same stuff. So
the big things that matter, we're into the same,
yeah, like
pretty much.
YouTube blogging. That's basically.
And so I think it's just the best thing about her is how great we are friends. How
Mhm.
great she is at being my friend. That pretty
Yeah.
much there it is.
Like,
That's what I was
she's a
trying to
great
say.
friend.
Pretty
She
much.
she knows how to friend. There you
Yeah,
go.
she knows how to
She
friend.
knows how to
That's
friend.
what it is. That's the answer right there. The last question is, what is one of your long term goals?
One of
One
my
of my long
long
term
term
goals
goals.
is to be a billionaire. That is one of my long term goals.
That is a good goal.
I need at least 7 different strands of income. That's income. That is one of my long term goals. My other long term goal is to make it to heaven. Jesus,
That's
please.
the main long term goal
That's
right
the
there.
number one. That is the top long term
That's the
goal.
top of the list.
Because if I gotta be poor my whole life to make it up there, I'll do that. That's fine,
Yep.
God. I hope not. But like that's like I'll do it, but Lord please, like I hope not. But
If her long term goal is to become a billionaire, I just want to be her friend for the rest for the rest of her life.
that is definitely my long term goal. Like y'all don't even know. Like people just don't understand how not because I'm like money hungry or anything, but because like I said, I want to take care of everybody that's in my life. Pretty
Yeah.
much. I want to make sure that nobody around me is struggling. Anybody who's been there with me when I was down and out and all the other stuff, they gonna be right up there with me when I'm popping.
Yeah.
Like pretty much. Like that's the goal. And I know me and I know how hard of a worker I am and how
Mhm.
dedicated I am. I know that I'm not like other people who talk the dream and then don't do anything because I do stuff.
Yeah. And if I ever make it up there to the top, I want to bring everybody with me.
Exactly.
Like, if you're irrelevant in my life, then I'll wave at you from the top and give you encouragement so you can help yourself up. But like family, my parents, my mom has been watching this since it started. My mom is one person I will be hand in hand with on my way to the top because
My
my mom is
mom
my biggest supporter.
My mom, this girl, and my boyfriend are going to be the ones that are right there in line with me as I'm up there at the top because these are the people that really, 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 really have
Yep.
like
If I'm
been
traveling, mom, you want to
been
go?
pushing me. traveling the country with people.
Mhm.
I'm going to be making sure that they don't have to worry about paying no bills. They
See,
can
that's
just
my mommy.
they can just do whatever they want to and live their dreams without
Mhm.
having to stress about it, because stressing about bills while you're trying to live your dreams it sucks. Trust and believe.
Right.
So my goal is to make sure that everybody around me is comfortable and happy and living their best life. If I can make that possible, and what's so great, I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but what's so great about my boyfriend is that his goal is the same exact thing. Like to make sure everybody surrounding us doesn't have to worry about nothing.
Mhm.
Period. So that is our long term goals.
We're going, Mom. We're going.
We got this.
Yep. But I don't know.
Cowabunga, I think. I think that's like that surf thing when they're like, surf's up, dude. I
I
think
thought that was
that's
like this, or is this
no,
like
that's
the?
a rock thing.
Oh, alright then. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's
That is our
Wow, this
Q&A.
was long.
I said it was gonna be long.
I'm glad we
I
didn't.
know that. I'm glad that we didn't actually just record the videos. Yeah. They were
Yeah.
gonna be two separate videos.
Right.
So I don't know.
But honestly, if
It
it
still
was,
would have been
I
long.
wouldn't have edited it at all because that's
I
too
would
much.
have edited it because I can't stand putting long videos on my channel. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but it just I don't even know how other people do it. I can't stand it.
So that's it
So we
for
got
this
something to do. Should I
video.
go to bed? We
I
probably
wish
gonna do
we
it after.
could go to bed, but
We're
the
probably gonna
way
get
that
some
there
coffee
is
and go
no
into the
Wi-Fi, we have to go to McDonald's or somewhere with Wi-Fi to upload the videos that we have.
Is my house even open?
If the inside's not open, we'll have to sit outside in the car. Gotta sacrifice something.
Or go back to Starbucks.
We could. So that's it for this Q&A. We answered a lot of questions. So if you guys have any other questions, just DM us, and the next time we're together, we'll
we'll
probably
keep
have to do
record of
another
all of
one.
your questions.
Yeah.
We'll put them in the we'll do
Or we
another
might
one.
do like another live because we can do this like when we're
we
not
can make
together.
this a thing.
Ooh, we can make this a thing. Ooh, if we had a channel together, we could.
She's coming in with so much stuff right now in her head. Like so much is going on right now. I'm just like.
But anyways, if you're not subscribed to her channel, Cherishing Flo, she has great videos and great videos coming. We have a lot of collabs that we've been working on the whole time I've been here in Atlanta. We have been working like nonstop.
We've been doing the things.
And
we've made time to just have fun and enjoy ourselves too. We have done that, but we've been doing the things.
Yeah, we've been putting in work for those future goals that we talked about.
And if you guys are not subscribed to the Eccentric Rebel channel, what are you doing with your life? I talked about her enough on my channel to where you guys should be subscribed to her by now. So go subscribe to her because I talk about her all the time, and you're probably going to see her a whole lot more on this channel.
So all the subscribers over here, go subscribe over there.
All the
subscribers over there, come over here. We're friends, so you guys should support both.
And this right here is probably going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, you might
get
as well
used to seeing his face. I almost wiped my eyebrow off.
You gotta be careful with your eyebrows.
I know, man.
But yeah, you guys. So thank you for coming to our live. Those of you that came.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
In and out of this live, all up and through.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you.
Thanks, Donald Trump, whoever that was, stopped by here. Weird. That was very weird.
That was strange.
Thanks for watching. You gave me another view. But that's it. We're gonna go do some more work. Why are you up so close?
I can't see up there if somebody's there or not. So like when I look, I have to like get close.
They just went away because your face was in this.
I'm like, golly, I'm sorry.
You scared them away.
I apologize.
Anyways, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Notification bell so you'll be notified if we, not if we, but when we post more things. And you guys will see us again soon. Thanks for watching.